Greetings, Libra and Libra rising. This is your Western forecast for January 2025. In my yearly forecast, I was focusing on the 4 outer planets, all changing signs, and by July, August, they would have all shifted into a new rhythm, a new theme, and be in harmony with each other. So that's why I was discussing this paradigm shift that could take the first 6 months for everything to change and calm down. Because the first 6 months for many people, it could be very unsettling because so much in life is still changing, but wants to start changing slowly for the better in about 6 months. But I didn't talk about the karmic north node. That's also changing signs because the karmic north node starts bringing in more of the spiritual, and these 4 outer planets was more this kind of societal, economic paradigm shift. And it was like too much anyhow. So the karmic north node changes signs every year and a half. It's moving into Pisces at the beginning of January 2025 to like July 2026. And Pisces is 6 signs past Libra. So these karmic challenges, this is compelling you to embrace new approaches, is impacting the 6th house. The 6th house is your job, it's body maintenance, health care, but also could be a sense of service and volunteering to help others. And Venus, your ruling planet, will also be joining the karmic north node in Pisces for the month of January. So this can be a really important month with a lot of positive movement around 6th house matters. But if you've been watching my videos, I like to start with where is the new moon. The new moon every 4 weeks, wherever the new moon is spotlighting in your horoscope, is where your attention and priority is more dominant. Capricorn is the new moon's in Capricorn, December the 30th to the very end of January. Capricorn is 4 signs past Libra. So the Capricorn new moon is spotlighting 4th house matters, family matters, your living situation, real estate. On a psychological level, it can also, the 4th house can indicate the end of matters that's been going on for a long time. Whether it's personal, professional, anything that has been important, been going on for a long time can be wrapped up in January. But for most of you, this could be an emphasis on family or your living situation. Your living situation may just be as simple as wanting to do a heavy house cleaning, painting the walls, freshening it up. So that could be an emphasis with the 4th house. But before I bring in that karmic energies, and we still got to talk about Mars, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. All right, so the new moon, where you're coming up with these ideas, you're making decisions, you're really pondering these 4th house matters on December the 30th. And maybe over this next week, you are thinking, sleeping on it. 2 weeks after a new moon is the full moon. The full moon brings whatever the new moon you were setting into motion, whatever decisions you were making. The full moon gets to reveal what's working and what's not working. The full moon can be a very emotional, reactive time. It can test relationships. This full moon, January the 13th, so give it a day or a couple of days afterwards, this full moon is going to be very reactive for everybody because Mars is, we talked about Mars in retrograde. I'm going to get back to that. But Mars is going to be in emotional Cancer and retrograde, more prone to irritability, jumping to conclusions. The Mars in Cancer is almost exactly aligned with the full moon in Cancer. So around the 13th to 14th, there could be a lot of irritability, anxiousness that's really with this kind of really reactive energies. Now, Cancer is 10 signs past Libra. So the 10th house is career. It's your professional reputation. Could be fame, could bring in elements of working with the government. Certainly a lot of taking charge, authority figures, but overall, this is where we look to for our career. Or, you don't have to have a career, could be your life purpose, what's important to you. Now, this Mars went, which I discussed in December's video, in the yearly video. Ambitious, assertive Mars went retrograde in Leo, December the 6th. Every 2 years, Mars retrogrades. Now, so come January the 6th, 2025, the Mars, as it's retrograding, is retrograding or moving back into Cancer in your 10th house of career matters. But it's retrograde from January the 6th till February the 23rd. And that could mean with initiating new projects, trying to take the lead, or hoping for an advancement, or launching new business in the career. The retrograde could be more delaying, more frustrating, more exasperating, taking more effort to get the same job done. And the retrograde in your career sector remains till February the 23rd, when it goes direct, releasing a lot of this pent-up energies. So now the last week of February to the middle of April, April the 17th, the Mars is pushing forwards in Cancer in your 10th house of careers. So that into February, March, April is when you are initiating major new projects, taking the lead, being really confident, courageous to go for career matters. Now that could go along well with the karmic north node in Pisces, because Pisces is 6 signs past Libra, as I've already said. The 6th house deals with your work and health and service. That karmic north node could be bringing up a lot of this motivation to really explore new approaches, really shaking things up. Wherever the North Node is transiting, it amplifies those issues. But Venus is the ruler of Libra. Venus is the planet of relationships and love and creativity, diplomacy. Venus is in Pisces for the month of January. Venus goes through all the signs every 12 months. So all of January, your ruling planet is pulling you towards your life purpose, is in Pisces. Pisces is the exalted sign for Venus. So Venus, and it's transiting the 6th house. So Venus wants to give its best results with work, with getting a new job, with coworkers, being of service, or beautifying your body, or maybe health improvements with diet and exercise with the body. And the karmic north node in Pisces is already amplifying these 6th house issues. And so it's also amplifying Venus, but Venus is at its most amplification when it's in Pisces. So this, for Libras and Libra rising, that 6th house is going to be, there's something that's going to seem karmic or very meant to be. It could be a new job, now the Venus could be bringing in creative work of the 6th house. Some of you might be having some cosmetic treatments, from, facelift to Botox to a new wardrobe, because you could be really feeling now that you really want to look your best and feel your best. But with that Mars, for the first 3.5 months in your 10th house of careers, and the amplified karmic north node with Venus in the 6th house of work, this is certainly a lot of career matters. But your ruling planet Venus with the karmic north node, this could be a job project or a new job that could be life-changing down over these next 1.5 years, that's starting in January. And for some of you, it might have to do with real estate or land, because of the new moon in the 4th house of home, family, real estate. The last week of January, January the 19th, the sun goes into Aquarius. Now, it's still going to Capricorn, 4th house, is still going to continue to be the dominant theme for the end of January. But when you go into February, now the new moon will be in Aquarius. So Aquarius is in your 5th house from Libra, but you're going to start seeing interests and signs of that the last week of January. But the dominant theme is still with home and family. So when the sun goes into the 5th house, the last week of January, into February, it's putting a real interest and spotlight on all things 5th house, which is creative, which is children, which is romantic. Since there's a lot of business going on here with the ambitious Mars going to push forwards in your 10th house of careers by the end of February, then that Mars can be very courageous and risk-taking. And the sun in the 5th house is investing and speculating and could also be risk-taking. But I think it's around a job. And the more the job can be service-oriented and more fulfilling, the more you're going to really enjoy it or feel successful with it. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co, that's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.